Hi folks, this video is very special because today I come here to declare Jhenifer Barbosa cured from chronic spontaneous urticaria. She's a girl from Brazil. She owns a business in São Paulo. The thing is a particular case because she had urticaria on the end of her childhood and at the beginning of her teenage for some years, and then the urticaria vanished overnight. Nobody could explain why, and also nobody could explain why the urticaria started. So for 10 years she was free, but now in July of 2025 it returned again. So 10 years after, she researched on the internet because she had the idea that new techniques, new approaches or new paths could have shown up, and she found me. So she didn't lose time, immediately started. And I explained to her the reasons that made her having urticaria when she was a kid, and also why that urticaria vanished. And I also explained why this urticaria returned now on the adult age. So it's also a particular case because we didn't have to do phytotherapy, Chinese phytotherapy and acupuncture. We just insisted on the emotional guidance. I explained to her everything that she cannot allow that other people to do in her life. We also made diet. The thing and the result is that since September of 2025, she doesn't have anything more. Zero medicines, zero fexofenadine. She was taking 240 milligrams a day, zero since September. Any other medicine, no Chinese phytotherapy, any symptoms, zero limitations. So, and I know due to the condition of her tongue, I will leave it here on the video for you to compare. I know that she's perfect inside. So she won't have it again if she doesn't allow other situations to happen in her life. So it's, let me just look at yes, I already said everything. So it's with enormous pride and huge pride and happiness that I declare Jhenifer Barbosa cured of chronic spontaneous urticaria. People that are addicted to medicine, they might think, oh, this is a scam, it's impossible. It is just this. It's you that you live in blindness. Open your eyes. Hugs and kisses. Folks, now part 2 about the imbalances, just for you to know exactly what we did. Through the diet, we corrected the Qi of the spleen. So we removed foods and ingredients that drain the Qi of the spleen, and also I explained their life situation to reduce worriness, the addiction to worriness, because this is what drains the energy of spleen. So the spleen also has a role of removing dampness, that is like humidity, is mucus inside the body on the Chinese medicine. And also we removed foods of hot nature, to refresh, to cool the lung a bit, like garlic, onion, coffee, and there are other things, red meats and barbecues, as well as also I explained the sources of sadness because it's the emotion that affects the lung. Also, we included a diet that also has the salt flavor, because that tonifies the Qi of the kidney. So, and at the same time, I explained why she had certain fears, because fear and anxiety are the emotions that drain the Qi of the kidney. So, surprisingly, we just needed to do this. And I know that she's totally well inside. You can look the tongue. I know that you don't read tongues, but I know what I'm doing. You might think, how can this be possible? It is like this, not in all cases, obviously. All the immune tests that I asked to her were negative also. So it's just this, sometimes I feel sorrow for people that insist on this addiction, that urticaria need to be treated with chemicals. Is not, you live in blindness. Open your eyes. Hugs and kisses. Folks, I forgot to speak about the tongue. I'm gonna leave here before and after the treatment. You can see that at the beginning it was very purple, and now it's much more pink, and also tooth mark on one side and diverted, which means that it's not aligned on the center. It's like diverted for one side, which means wind on the liver, and it's very dangerous because it can create AVC strokes in the future if it's not treated. Just for you to see, just in case.